concept. So see here. So OOPS concept. First is the OOPS. What is mean by OOPS? Object oriented programming. S is stand for the, sometimes you can say that that is a structure, or sometimes you can say that that is a system. Object oriented programming system or the structure. So what is meant by OOPS? So OOPS is a programming paradigm. So what is meant by paradigm? Anyone knows what is meant by paradigm or the methodology? Suppose if you take the example, suppose we have a multiple people are doing multiple jobs. Someone is doctor, someone is engineer, someone is doing another work. So what is their motive? To earn the money. Everyone wants to earn the money, right? Motive is one, but they have the different ways. From the different ways, they are all are earning the money only, right? So paradigm means a way to do some task. Okay, what is the paradigm means? A way to do some task. That is only meaning of the paradigm. So what is the use of this OOPS paradigm? So with the help of OOPS paradigm, we can build a software, right? With the help of this paradigm, we can build a software. So there are multiple types of paradigm we have. It is the object oriented paradigm, procedural paradigm, then functional, logical and structural paradigm we have. But inside the Java, we will learn about only the object oriented paradigm. Okay, so object oriented paradigm is, what is the use of this one? To build a software. To build a software, we can use this object oriented paradigm. And paradigm means a way to do some work. That is only meaning of the our paradigm. Inside the OOPS, we have 6 pillars. That is the class, object and methods, then inheritance, abstraction, polymorphism and encapsulation. While we learn this topic, we will take the real life example. We will learn all this concept on the basis of the real life. Okay, all this is based on the real life concept only. If we take the class example, today we will see class and object example. If we see you the diagram, so can anybody tell me what is where, which is the class here, which is the method here, and which is the object here from this diagram? Yes, anyone, any answer? So access modifier. Okay, no, anyone have any another answer? Yes, ma'am. Animal is a class name. Anyone have any another answer? Animal is a, in this diagram we have three things. Okay, methods, class and the object. So which are the methods here? Eat, run, eat, fly, start, stop. These all are the methods only. We can say that these are all are the behaviors. Animal can be eat, animal can be run, right? Which is the classes here? There is there in the center. Which is the objects here? Dog, cat, sparrow. These all are the objects here. And which is the classes here? Animals, birds, vehicles. These are all the classes only. These are all are the objects only. So what is meant by class? Class is just a template. Class is just a blueprint, or class is just a prototype. It is not a real life entity. Okay. So how we can say that? Okay, did you saw anywhere like animal is present? We saw dog is present, right? Dog is present in the real life, but we didn't saw the animal. Animal is just a real life entity. Oh, sorry, it is not a real world entity. It's just a blueprint. It's just a template, or we can say that it's just a prototype. We didn't saw the birds. We saw the sparrow and the pigeon only. This sparrow and the pigeon are come into this bird class, right? This is the class of this all the object. Inside the animal class, there are many objects like dog, cat. These all are the objects only. Okay, so animal and the birds and the vehicle, these are all the classes only. So class does not occupy the memory. These are not these are all not the real world entities. So this will not occupy the memory also. Okay, what is the syntax of the class? Till now we know that first we need to write a access modifier, then we need to write a class, and then we need to write a class name. Inside the class we can write multiple things like methods, we can write constructor, we can write fields. What is meant by fields? Fields means Fields means what is in the fields? Variables. Fields means simple variables. Block means this curly braces open, curly braces close. This is called as the blocks. Nested class means class within a class, that is called as the nested class. So inside the class we can be able to write this thing like methods we can write, constructor we can write, fields we can write, blocks we can write, or the nested class we can write. And what is my class? Class is a collection of the object, or class is just a template, blueprint or the prototype, and it is not present in the real world. It is not a real world entity. and it will not occupy the memory also. What is the properties of the class? First one is the it is the collection of object. Another one, it is a real world entity or not? Sorry, it is not a real world entity. Okay, it is a just a template, or we can say that it is just a blueprint, or it is a just a prototype. Class does not occupy the memory. And what are the things we can write inside the class? Methods we can write, constructor we can write, fields we can write, blocks or the nested class we can write inside the class. And if you take the real life example, which is the class here? Animal, bird, vehicle, these all are the classes here. If you talk about the objects, so which are the objects here? So object is the is the where? No, class and objects will be also come back. So if you want to make a program, what we will write? We have to write a class, right? On the basis of the class, we can create an object and method. If you not create a class and object, can you make the program of the inheritance? Can you make the program of the abstraction? No, no. So class and objects are the main pillars of the use. Okay. So after that, another thing is the object. So what is meant by object? So object is the instance of the class. So object is the instance of the class, and class is the blueprint of the class, blueprint of the object. So how we can consider that? If you take the real life example, suppose building and the map. If you want to build a building, so what we will do first? What we will do? We will make a map first. On the basis of the map, we can build our building, right? So simple. Class is a map here. Okay, class is a map and building is our object. So whatever we will write inside the class, that type our object will be created. So we can say that object is an instance of the class, or other definition of the class is a blueprint of the object, or we can say that class is a collection of object. If we take the example of the animal, inside the animal many objects will become, like a dog, cat, right? Inside the birds also many birds will become, like sparrow, pigeon. These all are the objects which will come inside this bird class. If you take the object is an instance of the class. Object is a real world entity. If you take the example, simple here, dog, cat, these all are the real world entity, right? Sparrow, pigeon, these are all the real world entity. But can animal is present inside the real life? No, right? Birds will present inside the real life? No. These all are the blueprint. These all are the blueprint. These all are the real world entity. These are instance of the class. Okay. Objects occupies the memory also. These are present inside the real life, so they can occupy the memory also. Means if we create the object, it will occupy the memory. Okay. After that, object consists of something like identity. It have some state and attribute. It have some behavior also. Identity means name. Every object have some name, right? If we create an object, how to create an object? Simple. First we need to write a class name, then we need to write a object name, then equals to it we have to write the new keyword we have to write, and after that class name, parentheses open and close and semicolon. So there we can write the object name. So every object have some name, right? So this is the first thing, identity. Every object consists of identity, that is a name. Every object have the state attribute. Like if you take the example of the any object from here, suppose if you take the example of this dog. So dog have some name, dog have some color, dog have some breed, dog have some age also, right? If you take the behavior is nothing but the methods only. Okay, behaviors are the methods. Eat, run, bark, these all are the methods. Dog can eat, dog can run, dog can bark also, right? How to create an object? We can create an object by 5 ways. First is the new keyword, another one is the clone method, another one is the new instance method, another one deserialization method, and after that last one is the factory method. Till now we saw only the new keyword. We will see this all the things later. Okay. Now if you take the example of the class and object, so how we will create it? Simple. I will create a class which is our type channel. Here we will come, and inside this one I am creating a class. Okay, so we'll take the example of anything from here. So suppose if we have multiple classes here, like animal we have, birds we have, vehicle we have. If you want to create a program how to create any class, we will take it from here. Suppose I am taking the first class, that is the animal. So I will create a class from there. Right click on that, new, and simple, I will create a class from here. Okay, which class we are taking from here? Animal. So I will write here animal. Okay, finish. Animal class is created here, right? It is a real world entity or not? What is the property of the class? Class is a blueprint of object. Another one, it is not a real world entity. It will not occupy the space. Another one, class is a collection of objects. Okay, this is the thing. See, this class we have created. After that, suppose if we create any method here, suppose I will create a method like main method. I will create any main method I will create, and suppose I will create a object here. How will create an object? With the help of class name test. Sorry, not test. Animal. Then if we have to give the object name. So object name I will give dog. Okay. The new, then animal. Parenthesis. Okay, so we have created the object, and we just now will learn that object consists of something like object have some identity, object have some state and behavior, and object have some attribute also, that is color, breed, and the age. Behaviors means nothing but the methods. So eat, run, bark, these all are the methods only. So suppose we will create a method here. First method is eat. Now, so we will try to create a eat method. How will create a method? Public void and the eat. System.out I will write, and here we will write. Okay, simple. After that, another example also we can take public, which is the another one. That is the run we can take, or bark we can take. Public void run. System dot out will write here, and here we will write run. Okay, so both the methods we have created. This methods is nothing but the behaviors only. Okay, these all are the behaviors only. See here, behaviors are the run, bark, eat. These all are the behaviors only. Behaviors are nothing but the methods only. State and attribute means the these are all are the variables. State, you can hear fields. These all are the variables. State means the variable. Fields means the variable only. This color, breeds, yes, these all are the variables only. Object consists of three things like identity, state and attributes, and the behavior. Till now, what we saw is the identity and the behavior. Now, if you want to call this method, how we will call that? Yes, object dot it, and after that, object dot run. Simple. Object dot it and object dot run. So, if you run this one, so eating and running is printing on the console. Dog dot eat, it is printing eating. Dog dot run, it is printing running. Okay, so these are the behaviors of the object. Object have some name, object have some behavior, objects have some attribute also. Suppose if you have a dog, so dog have some color. So suppose I am taking one variable here. State means nothing but the variables only. String color I am taking equals to, suppose black I am taking. Okay, so these have some attribute also. So simple, if you want to call this variable, which type of variable is this? Instance or local? Instance variable. Suppose if I want to call this instance variable directly here, so can we able to call this one here? No, we have static keyword, right? These are instance variables. Instance variable we cannot directly call into the static method. Why? Because static method allows only the static variable. If you want to call this one, how we'll call that? With the help of object we can call that. So dog dot color. If I want to print that, if I print this one, what will print? Yes. Yeah. No, that is the variable. No? This is the variable. These all are the methods only. That's why here is the parenthesis. Here is no parenthesis. Okay. So if I run this one, what will be the output we will get? Black only. What will be the output we will get? Eating, then running, then. 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 Eating, then running, then eating, then running, and then flying. What are the properties of the objects? Object is the instance of the class. Then another one, object is a real world entity. Object is a, yes, yes. It is occupies the memory. Another one, object consists of three things. Which are the things? Identity, then state, and the behavior. Okay, identity, state, and the behavior. Identity means names. The of every object have some name. Every object have some behavior. That is the method, and every object have some state also. So this is the variable. Okay, object consists of three things like identity, state, and the behavior. So this is the all about the classes and the objects, and today we learn about OOPS concept. So what is meant by OOPS? OOPS is a object oriented programming system, or the structure, we can say that. Object oriented programming is a paradigm, we can say that it is a methodology. What is meant by paradigm? Yes, it is a way to do some task. Way to do some task, that is called as the paradigm. And here one of the paradigm we are using, that is the object oriented paradigm. What is the use of this one? To build a software. To build a software, simply we are using the object oriented paradigm. What are the six pillars of the OOPS? Classes, objects and methods, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, and encapsulation. These are all are the pillars of the OOPS. Okay, so this is the this that is for today, guys. Anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt inside the OOPS concept? We have to learn inheritance, abstraction, of polymorphism. These are all are the main concept only. If you are learning Java, so you must have to know this concept. Okay, so anyone have any doubt? Easy only. Easy only. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Today's assignment is that you have to create a program on the class and the objects like this one only. You can create any example. Try to create any two example. Okay, here I have created one example. Try to create any two example and submit on. And you have to